as one of his many first executive orders, he will sign all necessary documents to charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States. And it's ridiculous open borders. It's time for them to pay a very big price. Most of that, of course, focused on Mexico there. More on that later. Plus, Eric Trump will react to that and a lot more. But first, lawfare loses. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Well, he came in very hot against Trump.
Good evening. Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiring to disenfranchise voters, and conspiring and attempting to obstruct an official proceeding. The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy.
So sanctimonious, but it turns out the unprecedented assault on our democracy was committed not by Donald Trump, but by the legal henchmen like Jack Smith and their political and media backers. Now, today, Smith was compelled to file motions to dismiss his cases against Trump, one of which was promptly granted by D.C. District Judge Tanya Chutkan. Now, this is obviously a huge victory for President-elect Trump, but Smith and his allies tried their best to frame the result as not based on the merits, but simply compelled by long-standing policy.
This has nothing to do with the strength of the case. This simply has to do with the verdict, essentially, that voters gave on the Justice Department policy, long-standing Justice Department policy. The department is not allowed to prosecute a president, a sitting president. That shield, essentially, also applies to him as a elected president, as the president-elect.
Now, when the news came out, Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that the cases were empty and lawless and should never have been brought.
They are celebrating. This was the goal all along, was that they would get these cases dropped. The idea of it actually being revived in their mind seems highly unlikely. This seems like the end of all this.
Well, but not so fast. While we love seeing these cases falling into the abyss, one after the other, the petty and vindictive Jack Smith made sure to request that the cases be dismissed without prejudice, meaning
these cases could be revived after Trump serves this next term, right?
That's right. I mean, if you look at the language that the special counsel used and that the judge uses in deciding this, without prejudice, means that when Donald Trump is no longer president of the United States, these cases could be revived.
Yeah, that theoretically, the charges could be reinstated on January 21st, 2029, when Donald Trump is 82 years young. Now, of course, Trump's DOJ can and should take actions to ensure that these cases aren't just dormant, they're dead. So as we celebrate Donald Trump's beating the lawfare league...